All right, good morning, everybody. Andrew is here. Today is Thursday. We had a really good trading day. Unfortunately, I didn't have a really good trading day because I had a really bad loss on AMD at the open. Just took big size and.
Hi, thanks for watching my video. My name is Andrew Aziz and I'm the author of How to Day Trade for a Living. In this channel, I'm showing my daily trades on the US stock market. I hope that you enjoy the videos. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and welcome to my channel.
I wasn't ready to manage the position properly, but I dig myself out of it with a really nice trade on Disney and a really nice trade on Tesla. And I could make more money on Tesla, but Brian unfortunately is not helping with his trade ideas, so he forced me to cover too early. I could have a little bit more, but other than that, there's no position. I have some short-term treasuries, and again the puts that Ardi said we sold on TLT. I think Brian has it as well, and JEPQ. So let's see. Let's see what are we having in terms of trade. So Brian did a really nice trade on Tesla this morning, and he shorted right at the open, just at the high of pre-market. This is the type of trade that Thor does that a lot. And as a matter of fact, just by accident, I had his trade from yesterday open on my website because we did the recap. So do you see, this is a trade of yesterday. This is not today. But do you see how he trades right at the, when you see the weakness right at the, shorted right at the top? So that's a trade from yesterday. He didn't cover, and then his pullbacks, he adds that. This is a signature trades that Thor does, especially, at R3, at the resistance, R3, R4, it shorts up right above the VWAP. I usually don't trade them, but it does that. So that's exactly the same trade Brian did today. So you shorted, like faded all day. You shorted right at the high of the day near our, what is there any level here? Yeah, above S3. So you short it here and just write it down. Same trade, it was done by today by Paris. So again, we have really good traders in the community. They're all trading. So it's exactly the same trade. Essentially, this is a screenshot of, I think I would say this is a screenshot that like Brian, exactly. So you short it right here at 220, and then you ride the momentum to the downside. I waited for 1 minute, and then obviously I traded for a 1 minute open range breakdown. So a little bit different, but turned out to be really amazing trading. So this is the Paris and Brian trade. So I traded for 1 minute. So if I want to zoom in there, in this pullback, I added, I went short and stop loss above this moving averages. And then we had a couple of levels, the yesterday low, and then we're going to give 2 days ago low. And then I added one also at the break of low of the day here. So at one here. And then we had, as you see, a pretty solid drop. I covered here because both Brian and Jared started going long here, so I covered everything here, but it just had another leg down as well. So that was a very nice trade on Tesla. I had one really nice trade on Disney as well. Disney had earning yesterday, and Disney was really beaten up in the last couple of years. So it's trading 1 time of its book value, 1 time, like essentially the assets equal to the assets that the company has. So it was gapping up, really going up really nicely. So I did trade a 5-minute open range break up, or ABCD pattern, went long at 89.50 for the break of 90. We had level 2 signals helping us all the way. So as you know, guys, I'm trading based on level 2 a lot. So let's take a look at the screenshots that we took. Again, we had that 89.96. This really high. Look at the time is stamp 9:49.58. So we had this, and then what happened here? Asks stacking up at 90 again. This third ask is that this is my long. So going up, and then boom, you break off 90, and then you go 90.20. I made a mistake and I added more by mistake. But eventually turned out to be nice. And these big asks are actually going through the time and sells. Here, what you see here is that the quantity that you are seeing here, the time and sells 951.49. The price exactly right at 9. They're actually going through the time and sells, so they're not just fake orders to kick you out. So that was a pretty good solid day that we had here, and again popped up, came down. I got stopped out of the break even, and we did go back up again. So all the way up now, trading toward the 91. It's very strong. Same trade actually done by a very similar trade done by Paris as well on Disney. Again, Paris course is my opinion, is the best order flow time and sales course. I mean, SMB Capital has one too, but I think Paris course is the most updated and best in the industry. And you just need one trade to make $1,000 from that for the course learning. Just one trade is enough to learn from that. So again, break off this, and what Paris course is at 35 hours of courses, material, updating, comes with a mentorship. Plus he's also talking about the position sizing, the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 position sizing that he has. So that's also very important part, because it's a very important element of consistency. So that's, when long, partialing and then adding on this, and the really beautiful trading that Paris did. So I highly recommend check out Paris webinars in our Bearable Traders if you want to see this whole 35-hour course, Trading Terminal Academy. And Paris is also doing his mentorship sessions on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And now we're going to go to the piece of garbage AMD that we had. Kind of the big loss was my own mistake. So AMD really squeezed up. I saw this squeeze in this candle, but I didn't go long. I kind of chasing it up for the break of 115, added more, take a big size, and then I got a stop down in the below the VWAP, came down, came back up. Again, I saw a huge squeeze. I went up again. I said, okay, this time it's going to go up for the break of 5 today, and I got a stop out. So these two loss was enough for me already be very, very deep in the red, unfortunately. So this two was really, really bad. I really shouldn't have gone. I should have waited to see if it closed above the VWAP or not, but we never really closed above the VWAP. And it came back up again. I went long. This time again, this one was a much better trade because we actually closed above the VWAP. Popped up, sold some. I was hoping to get to the high of the day at 115. We went all the way close to 115. I got out a little bit, and then I added more to see, okay, this time we're gonna go for the break. And it came down. I got a stop out. So 3 trades for me. 2 of them negative. And then this one was kind of green, and so one loss, and one green, and then I turned out to be still very red for my day on AMD. And it did eventually break the high of the day. See, the piece of garbage did go up. That's exactly the move that I wanted to get, but it is what it is. Sometimes the price action is choppy, and you get really difficulty trading that. Having said that, I have probably about $500 commission today, but I can deal with this $2,000 day. I'm negative for the week so far, so let's see how it goes. But it is what it is. Sometimes the market, you make a mistake and you have to slowly dig yourself out of that mistake for weeks. That's how the nature of trading is. It's you're not guaranteed money every single day. So Brian, I know he traded AMD short a couple of times. Tesla was signature short that I explained. What else you did trade, Brian?
Mostly just AMD, or I did a bit of trades on AMD. I got out, I think, well before you did, so that did sort of save me. But then I got out too early on Tesla, so I left a lot of money on the table. So didn't have any losses on AMD, but then I really left some good profits on Tesla by getting out too early. But it is what it is, and had a pretty decent day overall.
Yeah, it was really.
I'm long some CCJ, which is uranium. It's had a really good day.
Yeah, uranium, it's amazing. I know you were talking about it for weeks. I don't know how Brian finds this weird. I think he's subscribed to one of these newsletters that they do pump and dump, that kind of thing. He finds these weird companies. I don't know from where.
I just scan. I just do a lot of scanning, and I just find that scanning news and seeing what's hot, and it just seems like your uranium all of a sudden started to get hot. Of course, it's relatively clean energy, and we need some stable, clean energy. Wind and solar is great, but like I said, when the wind doesn't blow and it's dark out, you don't get a lot of energy from them. So
yeah, he had a massive run from this year. It's almost over 100% gain, this company, and it's not a small company. I think what's the float, like shares for short? We have
it's huge. It's a big company.
It's a huge company. So it's a pump and dump company. Anyways, but it's really, I know you've been talking about it for a very long time. All right, so again, ending the day 2500. Still have JEPQ, which I really kind of like JEPQ for a volatile market. I like to see it on the JEPQ because you get a capital gain a little bit, plus you get, because the volatility is really good for this dividend income funds, because they sell covered calls, and then when the volatility is up, the premium that they're collecting is pretty good. So JEPQ is good. I'm collecting like 40,000 a month on dividend from them. And the TLT was really good. I sold only 100 contracts. I could sell easily another 200 contract. I just didn't do that. That would have been an easily $150,000 trade in 2 weeks. Like, I should have sold more, but anyways, so TLT was a really good trade that Ardi said. So when you're selling the puts, you're essentially becoming the insurance company. You're selling the premium and say, okay, fuck it, I'll buy it. So I sold at 80 but collected 460, so my break even by January 2025 would be 75. So 74 essentially, 76 dollars. I would have bought TLT at 76. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's a really good deal. TLT is long duration treasuries. It's like getting 6-7% return. Of course I'm gonna get that. So it was a really good protection selling, and I wish I was actually getting more. Other than that, guys, great day. So tonight, unfortunately, John had a surgery, so he wasn't feeling well. So we skipped the 11 a.m. Mentorship by John. But Thor is doing his mentorship sessions at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Paris has his own mentorship session on Sunday. And other than that, see you guys. And Jared and Megan have their mentorship at 2:30 p.m. And mostly on options. So see you guys all in the mentorship sessions. If not, tomorrow in the chat room, guys. Ciao.